Hey everyone, Poorly Lit Eggman here with another video. Before we do, two quick things. One, thank you guys for all the support on my Twitch streams. It has been amazing. We've been hitting like 50 viewers every stream, and you guys have been supporting me. Even though, spoilers, I've been losing a lot. This is going to be a really tough meta, but yeah, I really appreciate it, and we've already hit over 50% of the donation goal, which is outrageous to me that in 48 hours I was able to raise that much, and I really appreciate it, and from the bottom of my heart, this helps me a lot, and I really hope it shows that, and I really just appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for the support. Number two, my quick 2 cents on how the secret rare leaks, they always happen, honestly. And I don't know. This one just felt kind of especially bad because Bandai's been really working on their release schedule for this, and they like this one that I felt like they really tried to make like it really hype up for all the cards in this set, and which was justified because this is going to be a really cool set, but there wasn't just being able to just drop these secret rare cards and do it. Then so the reason that this happened was because they gave product places early, so they had their stock for their pre-releases, because previously, especially since this is an international company, it's really hard to make sure everything gets in the right place at the right time, and so they just decided to ship them moderately early so they could kind of curtail any issues they could have, and then people opened it because they had it. And so I think that kind of sucks, and especially it didn't happen this time. But if someone had if Joey did with the reboot leaders, like let's say he was having that video queued up, and then someone got them out early, and then showed them off, like that just kills all the hype for Joey, his channel, and just makes Bandai not want to work with content creators or with the community as much as it does. So I don't really know what the solution is. It's just a really sucky. And I guess like the only thing they could do is that they reveal all the cards before they even ship out the boxes. But we're still like technically 2 weeks out from the release of the set. It's just the pre-release starts next week. So, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that's like outrageous because obviously everything's going to be revealed before the pre-release. But I don't know what their timing is for everything else. But that's that. Let's just go to the secret rare discussion. All right, first up, we've got the Son Goku and Vegeta Apex of Power. Yeah, Apex. So this one, this is the first one that was revealed, and I think this was the first one leaked as well. But it's an 8-drop Universe 7, and it has Victory Strike, so that's back. And it has Energy Exhaust, Invoker, and so active main for 2 red and 3 blue. If your leader card is a Universe 7 card and you have 5 or more red, blue, multicolored extra cards in your drop area, negate the skill of all your opponent's non-extra cards in all areas until the end of your opponent's next turn, and then play this card from your hand. This card's pretty nuts, obviously. It's a Victory Strike guy, and also it restricts, it just makes your opponent not be able to do anything, which means their leader, they can't do, Chomp of the Trickster to put this in rest mode. I think this is, a pretty viable win condition. So, first of all, unlike the other Victory Strike, it's restricted to to a leader card that is Universe 7 and having 5 or more red, blue, multicolor extra cards. So it's not as easy as the previous one, but the fact that you can play this for 5, not only you can play the other Victory Strike for 5, but I think this is so the big difference is that this can be you can use a negate and stop their attack, because as long as you use an extra card negate. But compared this card is going to be pretty good in the archetype. It's just, I don't know. Unlike Victory Strike, where it was needed for it was the way to win the game, this I think is going to be more of a win more card. And I say that because I think the deck is already good enough without this. And if you play this, it's just going to be pressure, and it's going to maybe help you get to turn 6 to do your big play. But it also it's not fantastically overpowered in a sense of you have to play this card or you automatically win when you play it. It's just it's going to help you win. In my opinion, that's what my thought is. It's still pretty nuts though. It's going to be crazy. If you have this card and you're playing red, blue, Universe 7, you're obviously going to put this card in it. But I think the inverse is that I don't think you need this card for the deck to be good. I think it's just going to be an extra little bit. It also has Invoker, which is crazy. I don't know if it needs it, but I think that's just super funny that it does, because you're probably just going to tap this out in turn 5. But it's just a good alternative win condition. If you pull it, you put it in there. If you don't pull it, I don't think you need it for the deck. But very interesting card. And I don't know, so it's I bet there's maybe a version you can use with let's say Frieza, Universe 7 Frieza, and you can do that, and that could maybe be a little bit good. But I don't think it's going to be like it doesn't look like it's going to be as flexible as the other two secret rares as we're going to see. So there's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, next we've got Cell Xeno and some other two words I can't tell because of this picture, but it's Quad Strike, Deflect, and Successor, and then also Auto. If you have 5 or more energy, when you play this card, choose up to 3 cards in your opponent's hand, place them in their drop area, then this card gains dual attack for duration of the turn. This card's pretty nuts. So when someone first showed it to me, showed it to Darwin, I was like, what's it good? Like it's a 12 drop Successor, so it's gonna be really hard to get out, and it's not till turn 5. I mean, like being able to do 8 damage by itself is fine, and make your opponent discard cards, but I don't see it. And then he's like, the Successor cost is free. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a huge difference. Like for some reason, I'm like, okay, you have to pay like 5 energy to get this out, and it's gonna be super impossible. But no, you can just straight out play this, which is going to be amazingly easy to do in my opinion. It's going to be like obviously like the idea is like with the Arrival Super Saiyan Broly, you can just like for 3 cards and 4 energy, you can just do like the yellow green Arrival like a combo, and then just play 2 Brolys on that. Your opponent can't, those Brolys aren't interactable, like they can't like blow them up unless they have like the Universe 7 card. They're pretty hard to get like rid of because like there's 6 drops with 25k, so that you can't really get them off the field. And then you just drop Cell Xeno, and then and also you tap 2 of their energies with those Brolys, and then you just play Cell Xeno, make them drop 3 cards, and then you can just swing twice for 8 damage of 40k. Like even if they're only at 4, like this can just end the game on the spot. So I think this card's gonna be really good if you're running yellow green Successor anyways, and you just play this in here. I bet this can steal a lot of games. But once again, like I don't think this is like what you aim for your main when you win, right? If you get this off, you probably win. So that just seems really good. Yeah, it's just, what were they thinking having this no Successor cost? That seems wild to me that it's just that easy to play it and then it goes off. But I think it's going to be good. It's also Cell Xeno, so you can't. It's not like a Cell card. I don't actually. Yeah, okay. So you can't just play this off of what is it? You can't do like the 5 drop Cell into this because it's Cell Xeno. It has, so they at least figured that out, and it wasn't that broken. And it's also restricted 5 or more energy, which I don't think is going to be too difficult, especially with the Cell Leader. Like if you use his, everything's played in rest, that's a super good ability to make you like live an extra turn or two. So I think this card is going to be moderately viable and pretty good. I think this is like more flexible than the Universe 7 one, and I think I really want to pull this card, so hopefully I do. And here's the last one. It's Black Smoke Dragon Eternal Evil. So it has this permanent that this card can attack, and if you have 12 or more cards in your drop area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 5. So not going to be too, it's as long as you're not playing like an Overwhelm deck, it's going to be pretty easy to have 12 or more on turn 5, assuming you live that long. And then active main once per turn, choose 1. Choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and send them to their owner's warp. That's crazy. Send the top 7 cards of your opponent's deck to their warp and draw 2 cards. Also crazy. Or you can choose 4 cards from your opponent's hand and send them to their warp. So a lot of people are saying like this is going to be like if you don't have a secret rare in your deck, you just play this one, and I completely agree. As long as you're playing a deck that can get to turn 5 pretty easily, this is going to be fantastic. Like immediately, just having a board wipe for 5 is fantastic. Being able to immediately what I'm thinking this is going to be in like Hatch Act pretty easily. I think it's going to be better than Demigra in a lot of ways, but like just the fact that this can just either wipe their hand, wipe their board, or wipe their deck. That's like the main idea for this. And so because of that, this could also be really good in decks like like Red Cooler, like the Mill Cooler. This can be fantastic. If they're going for a mill strategy, you can just make them mill 7 at the end. Luckily, this can't be put in Janemba, or that otherwise this would be crazy. Also, just being able to rip 4 cards from your opponent's hand and send them to the warp is fantastic as well. If you're playing if you're doing like a Cell deck in general, or just like any deck, and you don't have like the Successor, you can still just like play this card, and it's great. You make them go down to 0 or very little cards already. So this could be great. Like even like in like Slug. If you're playing it Slug, you can just, if you're playing like a mid-range game and you get them to 5, you can just drop this, make them pitch their entire hand, and then you're feeling good. Probably this might be too late game for Slug, but I still think this card is fantastic, and it's just going to be like, once again, like the default secret rare in a lot of decks. Is if they don't have a secret, right? Like worst case, like, oh, I just pay 5 and then I just wipe the board or what have you. So I think it's going to be good, and so from like order from best to worst, I think like the Cell one's still my favorite one. This Black Smoke Dragon is my second favorite one, and then the Goku is like my third favorite one. So hopefully I get. I don't know. I'd actually be happy with any of these. It really will maybe depend on what I build for Vegas too. That if I get a secret rare, I'll probably just build whatever the secret rare goes around. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your favorite secret rare, what you think about these cards, and I'll catch you all next time.